United, meanwhile, of course, in Europa League action this week, Mark. They'll be fine, obviously 5-0 up going into this second leg. Overall, how seriously are they going to take the competition?
I think they'll take it less seriously than they would have if they missed out on the Champions League. I think it's a chance for Solskjaer to rest his bigger players because it is a short turnaround between now and the start of the new season. Each club's going to get 30 days, but still, people like Rashford, Martial, Greenwood will need a break because they played. A lot of them played a lot towards the end of the season. It came out with the same starting 11 for most games, so I think it'll be the likes of Mata, maybe even Phil Jones if he can get fit. The people that you don't usually see that will play in the Europa League, but if they get to the final, Solskjaer would do well to get a trophy under his belt. If you win your first trophy, so I think they will take it seriously if they get to the final. But in the meantime, I think the first couple of games it'll be a fringe squad, shall we say?
Mark, just on that point, may have been away on that day. 30 days they have. So, for example, if United make it through to the Europa League final, they will then have 30 days without any matches. Is that right?
Yeah, the Premier League have said that every club that has European commitments will get 30 days between the last game and the start of the season, so they will have a delayed start to the season. So theoretically, if they get to the Europa League final, or if City gets to the Champions League final, which I think is August 25th, 26th, they will have 30 days. So they could be starting the Premier League season 2 weeks, 3 weeks after everybody else because they have to have a 3-week rest period. So it's going to make it for a very congested start to the season for some of these teams.
And that's going to be interesting though, Craig, because if you're going to have 30 days off regardless, why not just take this competition seriously, go on and win it, and as Mark said, get your first bit of silverware as a coach?
Yeah, I think you do either or. You just biff it off or you go all the way. I mean, obviously, clearly with a 5-0 lead, they can pretty much do what they want in the first game in terms of the second leg. But we saw Arteta at the weekend lift the trophy. Both managers were going for the first trophy in fledgling managerial careers, but we saw what it meant to Arteta. That sort of question mark off his back in terms of a trophy. And for Solskjaer, it's the same. He was a little tetchy at the end of the season after finishing third and had a little pop back. That's fair enough. And this will just give him some more ammunition. But yeah, I think they have to make a decision. If it was me, from a playing perspective now, the season has dragged so long. I think I would want to end my season now as early as I can and then restart the season with everybody else at the same time. But we'll see what decision they make.
Jan, how would you feel if you were still playing?
Well, I didn't win a lot of trophies, so I would be desperate for a trophy, I guess. But when you see Manchester United, I think there's fair points that it's going to be a massive season for Manchester United and Ole Gunnar Solskjaer next season. They got to Champions League, as Mark said, which made it a bit easier to rest a bit now in the European League. But next season, when we played, we were told that Manchester United had a bad season when they were second in the league. So I think that next season, Ole Gunnar, is the most important season for him ever. He got to develop that play of his, and it's also got to get closer to Liverpool, closer to Manchester City. And by starting 2, 3, 4 rounds behind all the other teams in the Premiership, that could be decisive. You see six teams can get into the Champions League. You see that big clubs in England, and every small inches of advantage, disadvantage can more or less decide everything, more or less, you feel in England at the moment.
Go on, Mark.
I think that United should really go out to win this competition. I know what the guys are saying about wanting to rest up now and get the rest period, but I do think that for a club like Man United, it's now 3 years since they won a trophy. I think the Europa League was the last one they won under Mourinho. 3 years becomes 4 years, and the pressure of not winning something begins to weigh down on the players and the managers. So if they can get that first trophy won, and it's a big trophy, the Europa League, I think it's the biggest trophy that Solskjaer could have won this season because it's bigger than the domestic cups. To win that, go into next season as trophy winners, potentially win the Super Cup as well, because the clubs now count everything. They count the Charities, the Community Shield, they count the Super Cup, they count all these which were previously kind of trinkets, these trophies didn't matter, they all count. And if United can get a trophy or two, it'll take the pressure off so much the younger players, because it's always a case of, have you won a trophy? Liverpool had it. Where's your trophies? Where's your trophies? Well, they won a trophy, and look at them now. That the best team in England, maybe Europe, maybe the world. So winning trophies is important. You can't pass up an opportunity when three wins away from winning a big trophy.
Craig, you look a bit bemused. Is that just in
No,
life?
that's my normal look. Well, no, I was only just because I was going to be a little sarcastic as normal and say I thought the way Solskjaer was talking when the season ended, they already had their trophy, which was third. basically.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
but it's
The Arsene Wenger
now,
trophy.
now you've wound Jan up. Here he comes.
No. I'm not defending anyone, but it's a fair point, because some years ago there was a quite good manager, Arsene Wenger, who said to get into the Champions League was to win like winning a trophy, and he was a lot criticized for that. So it's fair what Mark is saying in terms of trophies, and I think you saw that in the weekend how much that meant to Arsenal. And other players like Craig or Roy Keane, they could say it was only the FA Cup. But that habit of not winning, I mean, if you extend that over years, ask Tottenham how difficult that is.